weirdo.
Oof.
I don't get no what you got in your head, that neural link. You'll never outthink me.
Yes.
Beyonce.
Gorgeous. A stab to my self-esteem.
For years, the world has celebrated Rihanna's rise as one of the most inspiring success stories in modern music. But what if that story was never organic? What if her breakthrough wasn't discovery, but design? Part of an orchestrated system that insiders now describe as coercive, manipulative, and deeply predatory. According to Jaguar Wright, Rihanna's career didn't begin with a record deal. It began with control. Wright alleges that the 2005 signing at Def Jam wasn't just business. It was a high-pressure setup that forced a 15-year-old to surrender her freedom to Jay-Z and his machine before she even understood what she was giving up. Industry witnesses confirmed that in February 2005, Rihanna was kept inside Def Jam's Manhattan office until 3 in the morning. The reason, they say, was to secure her signature before she could leave the building. The label's own lawyers reportedly drafted, reviewed, and finalized a multi-million-dollar contract in less than 10 hours, something veterans have since called unheard of. No guardian was present. Her father, still in Barbados, didn't arrive until the following day. The question that haunts everyone who's heard this account is simple. Why the rush? And why the isolation? If this was just a signing, why were the doors locked until a teenager complied? And I'm not saying allegedly, oh, okay. I'm saying Sean Carter, you're a piece of. Taking Pimp Psy wasn't bad enough. You just want to go down there and you want to just remove all of the balls from every real gangster in Houston. It's a night Rihanna herself once recounted in interviews, though her tone was nervous, almost uncertain. She admitted she didn't sleep for 3 days after signing, a reaction that now sounds less like excitement and more like trauma. Jay-Z later told reporters who didn't let her leave without signing. It was said casually, even proudly, but looking back, that single sentence reads like an admission that control began before the ink was dry. The first person to confirm the machinery behind that night was Jonathan High, Rihanna's former publicist. Years later, he confessed to fabricating the rumor of a Jay-Z affair in 2005 to boost her early visibility. At first, it sounded like a cynical publicity stunt. Then came the twist. Hay revealed he had been interrogated by federal investigators not long after the signing. Agents who were probing Jay-Z's alleged involvement in moving underage performers across state lines. The details of that questioning, confirmed in multiple interviews, suggest the story wasn't about gossip at all. It was about a possible criminal network hiding behind the facade of a record label. When Hay was asked whether he knew of other girls being relocated for entertainment purposes, he said he felt his blood run cold. Beyoncé for sure. I love her. I love Beyoncé. Jay-Z too. I really admire the both. The timeline that follows paints a disturbing picture. Within months of that office lock-in, Rihanna's debut single, Ponder Replay, exploded worldwide. Jay-Z personally oversaw every step: song selection, wardrobe, interviews. By 2007, when she accepted her first Grammy for Umbrella, he stood directly behind her on stage, almost shadowing her movements. At the time, fans called it mentorship, but viewed through Wright's lens, it looks more like supervision. Why did a label executive need to hover at her public moments? Why was every appearance built around his presence? By 2009, the relationship between Rihanna and Jay-Z had evolved from mentorship into something closer to dependence. That year, the widely recorded incident with Chris Brown reshaped both of their careers. The image was clear. Jay-Z as a protective mentor, Rihanna as the wounded survivor, Chris Brown as the uncontrollable aggressor. Yet, Jaguar Wright insists that narrative was carefully scripted. She claims Jay-Z orchestrated the media rollout that followed the Diane Sawyer interview, the tearful sound bites, the precisely timed statements to redirect sympathy toward Rihanna while eliminating Brown as a threat to the brand. Wright's claim sounds outrageous until one looks at the precision of that campaign. Every interview question was pre-cleared. Every photo release was coordinated through Roc Nation's media wing. It wasn't raw confession, it was strategy. And it was pretty much said like, Jay doesn't really want awards. Well, he go to the Grammys, right? Come into the Black-owned spaces. Let's figure out how to work together so that way we have the relationship when it matters, not when it's convenient for you and your image, because they all call us when the story. In this retelling, Rihanna's televised pain was not spontaneous. It was professional. Her vulnerability became an instrument, one that preserved Jay-Z's image at the cost of another young performer's reputation. The timing was surgical. As Brown's endorsements collapsed, Roc Nation's influence expanded. Rihanna's next album went platinum, and Jay-Z's standing as the mastermind behind her resilience solidified. To the public, he was the mentor who protected her. To insiders, he was the architect of a cover story that buried inconvenient truths. Meanwhile, federal records confirmed that High's interrogation did happen in 2005, the same year Rihanna signed. Agents reportedly questioned him about artists under 18 being managed without proper supervision. That phrasing alone suggests they were already aware of irregularities. If law enforcement knew something was wrong, why did the deal proceed? Why did no one in the corporate chain raise a flag? The simplest answer may be the most chilling, because the machine was too powerful to stop. We know it's crazy rumors. I'm sitting here talking to you. So she was like, rumors follow me at this time a lot. And when Rihanna moved from Def GM to Roc Nation in 2010, it seemed like a natural business decision, but that shift effectively placed her entire brand, music, fashion, and endorsements under Jay-Z's direct ownership. What looked like independence was actually consolidation. Sources close to the label recall how every creative choice, from collaborations to public statements, required approval from the top floor. Even her alleged feud with Beyoncé, widely reported during the Tidal press conference in 2015, fit a familiar pattern. Women around Jay-Z divided while he remained the sole constant authority. The tension between Rihanna and Beyoncé became public that year when they refused to stand beside each other on stage at the Tidal launch. Handlers later admitted the event required careful choreography to keep them apart. According to one insider, they were cordial for the cameras, nothing more. That same month, Rihanna was renegotiating her Roc Nation contract. The optics of rivalry served a purpose. It reinforced Jay-Z's role as the mediator between two of music's most powerful women, each dependent on his approval. How do you know I'm not a gangster or used to be a gangster? I've been in the music industry for 30 years. Yeah, I mean, the industry is filled with gangsters. Behind that rivalry sits a quieter, darker link. Beyoncé's life and career have long been intertwined with Jay-Z's business empire. She met him at 16, began dating at 18, and married at 26. Critics like Wright argue that pattern, older man, younger performer, full creative control, mirrors what happened with Rihanna and echoes rumors that once surrounded Aaliyah in the late 90s. Dame Dash, Aaliyah's former partner, has said Jay-Z was courting her when she was still a teenager. It's a timeline that repeats itself with uncomfortable precision. I want you to think about this. Allegedly, Sean Carter is responsible for enacting Hype Williams to put Aaliyah on a faulty plane to move her out the way as punishment for rejecting him and so he could level up Beyoncé. By 2011, the system appeared unshakable until a name reemerged: Kathy White. A respected PR executive, White had been linked to Jay-Z years earlier. In late August of that year, she allegedly contacted a tabloid offering information about their relationship. 2 weeks later, she was gone under circumstances that authorities described as sudden and unclear. The official explanation cited a medical incident, but the autopsy was never released. The timing raised immediate questions. Just 48 hours before her passing, Beyoncé announced her pregnancy with Blue Ivy. How excited is your husband about this baby? You can only imagine and multiply that. It's like the time can't come fast enough. I think you should enjoy this time while you can. I'm trying my best, but I'm still anxious. I want to hold the baby. Insiders recalled that White had recently told friends she intended to go public about her connection to Jay-Z. One even claimed she hinted at a financial demand in exchange for silence. Whether true or not, the coincidence is staggering. A PR specialist preparing to expose an affair, a global pregnancy announcement, and a sudden unexplained tragedy. Those who investigated at the time noted that White's phone records were sealed, her online accounts wiped, and the story